What I feel is one of the big banes of action figure collecting is the multi-pack. Oftentimes, you're given one or two figures you really want, and then sidelined with a bunch of figures you really didn't need. So, when the Amazon Spider-Man's Foes 5-pack came out, I just groaned. Because there's really only 3 figures I really wanted out of this pack. I don't even say there was 2 I wanted, and then the third one was a maybe. After looking it over for a bit, I decided $125 was too much. Then I caught a deal at $70. And I mulled it over, and I said, yeah, okay, I'll go for that. So when I got it in, I looked, and I debated, should I sell off the ones I don't want? Should I keep them? What should I do? I go through this every time with a multi-pack. So before I can do anything, I need to review them. So one of the annoying things about the box is, nowhere does it indicate what the box comes with. As such, I almost lost a bunch of the accessories and all those little cough drop baggies. I did end up finding a picture online for a reference and made sure I had all the accessories. I almost lost the Spider-Man hands. So let's start off with Spider-Man, and I gotta get this out of the way quick. I hate the head. And I know a lot of people are big fans of Spider-Man with big eyes, but me, I never liked it. I mean, the eyes are almost half his head. Come on, it's just ridiculous to me. And if you like it, fine. I'm just speaking for myself. I think it's ridiculous. And the figure, I know it's supposed to be sort of a teenager Spidey, but yeah, it's almost too small. And I'm spider burned out right now anyway. That's the other thing. I mean, we've had so many Spider-Mans in the past year that it's just been, ugh. This is the weak one of the set because it just doesn't fit with anything else in the set. I mean, it could work, but it really brings the set down. Now, one that I thought would bring the set down was Silvermane. I was very resistant to this guy. I never liked this character. I thought he was lame. And I still do, but he ends up being a lot better than what I thought. For one thing, the sheen on the silver is really good. I don't like the face sculpt because he doesn't quite look old. He just kind of looks middle-aged. Maybe 50. Which Silvermane looks so much older, so maybe that's one way it won me over. He's got some weird looking guns. I mean, a double-barreled something and looks like a mini Gatling gun. They're kind of crazy, but yeah, I can dig them. And because those big-ass feet are so oddly shaped, it actually gives them a lot more stability than many Marvel Legends figures you see out there. This one did win me over. I was not too enamored by it and wasn't, this was one I consider selling off, but yeah, I think this one works. I don't know what I'm going to do with him, but he works. Now, one of the ones I was on the fence on was the Fly. And, God, he's one of those characters that kind of appeared in a comedy book, and then he kind of became an actual character, and then, yeah, I don't know, but that face, I think he's supposed to be looking mean, but he looks like he's scared. Like someone's about to run over him with a car, I think. Or maybe just Spider-Man is about to punch him out. And the wings, they do pretty good. I was really, it's a little tough to get them together with the backpack, but it's alright. He poses pretty well. I mean, it's a Marvel Legend. That's what you expect. It's hard to talk about articulations of Marvel Legends because it's all pretty freaking standard. Once you've played with one Marvel Legend, you know what they do. Now, of course, he's loaded with pins, which, yeah, he's loaded with pins. What can you say? That's it. Hasbro doesn't want to give us pinless, even though they give us pinless. It's weird. I don't understand it, but okay. I've heard a lot more than a few people say, this should be phased out by now. I mean, or at least a majority of the figures should not have pins. But Fly's okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that one. That's a good one. I like it. It's kind of goofy. He's in that goofy vein that I like, you know. Okay, Molten Man. Now, Molten Man was one I really wanted because one of my earliest Spider-Man comics, and it's been a while back, and I will try to find the cover, was a fight with Molten Man, and it may have been Molten Man's first appearance. I don't know. I'll try to research that real quick and see, but I'm pretty sure it was Spectacular Spider-Man. And Spidey finally beat him by using some, I believe it was hoses or maybe some wires or something, and tangling Molten Man up. I just thought it was a pretty good issue. And he does come with flame effects. These are Johnny Storm's flame effects. I actually prefer him without them. Just because it puts me back to that issue. That's who I think of Molten Man. He's just real sleek and, uh, you know, kind of looks like the Gold Surfer or something. he, rather than being this like actual molten individual. And again, we talk about Marvel Legends. I mean, once you know what they do, you know what they do. He's got that swirly plastic, but this I don't mind because I kind of think that fits him really well. And again, pins. I'm getting a little annoyed by the pins because I know it doesn't have to be there, and I got a feeling they're going to just redo these guys pinless and try to screw everybody over. If they do that, I'll be mad. But yeah, he's got pins. What he do? So I can see a lot of people didn't like Molten Man. I can see why. I mean, he's kind of a niche character. So I can see your point there. So I'm gonna zip through a little bit on these and go right to the star of the show, Razorback, who is by far probably my fave of this bunch. He was always such a goofy character. He looked goofy, and he was just one of the loser legions, He was the king of the loser legion. I mean, I got him, and, he's in the same categories like Orb and some of those other guys that have been coming out lately who are just like, they never really did much, but they were kind of fun characters all the same. And Razorback, he's just got a big old boar's head on a green jumpsuit, and that's accurate to the character. It's silly, it's stupid, it's the worst costume ever made. That's why I wanted it. I'm a Goofy fan. I have, to me, Razorback is just a goofy character, and having a figure of him is awesome. Really wanted that figure a spot, but yeah, they went and screwed that up. But we'll come back to that later at some other time. And this is a pretty good one. I mean, again, why pins, why pins, why pins, why? But we have pins. I mean, this Hasbro, going to Hasbro. I mean, that wraps him up. I mean, overall, this set isn't bad, and for the deal I got, I wasn't gypped. It's not bad, but, I wouldn't have paid full price for this. This is not a full price item. There are accessories, but for the most part, they're lacking. I mean, Razorback doesn't come with anything. He just comes with himself. And that's kind of a letdown. He is a little hindered by articulation by his big boar's head, too, but, that's okay. Ain't no big deal. I couldn't say this is a great set. I couldn't say it's a terrible set. You want my ratings? Spidey, 1. Silvermane, 3.5. The Human Fly, I'll go 4 with that one just because it surprised me. Molten Man, I'll go 4. Razorback, I'll go 4 reluctantly on that one because, yeah, that's just... He's almost there. I mean, he's so close. And they're going to probably redo him, and I'm just going to say no. Because I got this one. This one's perfectly fine. So, what would my overall rating of this box set be? I'd have to give it about a 3. It's okay. It hits the marks where it needs to, but it's not fantastic and it's not top of the line. So it's kind of there, and that's it. And I mean, if you like funny, obscure villains, this is a good set for you. If you don't like the funny, obscure villains, you don't need this. And I could see passing on it. I like the funny, obscure villains, so I kind of felt like I needed this to have those guys in my shelf. That's just me. So that's going to wrap up Infinite Realms. Don't forget to like and subscribe.